The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show podcast is sponsored by Standard Heating and Air Conditioning.
Celebrate Christmas in July with Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Get huge savings with $1,776 off a new multi-head ductless system. Visit standardheating.com to discover all the goodies in Santa's bag.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show, Backtracks Edition.
We're very thankful to have a chance to talk again with porn star Jordan Max, who joins us now in studio. She's become a favorite amongst the brother and the sisterhood. Jordan, how you been?
I've been good. Thanks so much for having me back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thanks for popping out of bed on this brutal morning to come see our program.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem.
Long time no see. You've been busy making new movies.
I have. I was in Los Angeles the last 2.5 weeks. It was award season. So the XBiz Awards and the AVN Awards, which are the two probably most prestigious award shows in our industry,
right,
happened this past month. So that kept me busy.
You went to both of those programs?
Unfortunately, I missed the XBiz Awards. Had a little problem with the airline. My flight got canceled, and then when I finally got in, they lost my luggage, so I didn't have my outfit.
Oh, that's the best.
We were just talking about that kind of thing yesterday.
Were you? Yeah. It was really, really unfortunate, but I did make it to the AVNs. It was virtual this year, so my agency had a little get-together with all the models at their house, and it was a lot of fun. It was a really good time.
We'll get to that because I wanted to obviously ask what kind of movies did you make while you were out there, and where can folks see them?
Yeah, I did a stepmom scene for Hustler.
All right, Wapple, you owe me $5. Hustler, like hustler.com
Yep,
kind of? Okay,
yep.
Stepmom.
Yes, that was really fun. I did another stepmom and best friend scene.
Dang, 10
Yeah.
That's $10.
That's $10.
$10.
So I did a threesome scene. That was a good time. That'll be on Nubiles.
That was a good time.
Yeah,
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Nubiles, you said?
Nubiles. Nubiles.
Oh, I always wondered how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Ashley likes newbiles.com.
Yeah. And then I did another stepmom scene, interracial this time, for a company called Zero Tolerance.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for those coming out soon. I did just have a scene drop today.
Oh.
On Nubiles. So check that out if you're interested.
Ashley, how is it? How did you like the new movie that Jordan made on Nubiles?
I haven't seen it
Oh,
yet.
you're not quite there yet.
I'll get to that later.
You are busy, aren't you, Jordan?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I keep busy. Yeah, it's good.
I love how you described them all as fun. It was fun.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's work. You got to show up on time. You got to be professional. You got to put on your best face. Make your best O face, I should say.
Is it like a movie, where do you have to shoot that several times to get the right angle or whatever they're doing?
Sometimes, depending on the production company, yeah. Sometimes it'll just be like one take, like a POV is all done in one take for the most part with the one camera. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, for these scenes, there were multiple camera angles, so we did have to redo or, retake the shot a few times.
Is that difficult? I can't even smile in front of a regular person. I can't imagine having to do something like that several times.
Josh is a little camera shy.
That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. It gets easier the more you do it. I still do get a little nervous before every scene, though, just because I want to do the best possible job that I can. So I still get a little nervous. I still put a little pressure on myself, but in the end, it all works out.
That's only natural.
Right.
I mean, at the most, you don't want to just completely flop.
Right.
At the least, you don't want to be the character that maybe makes the day take forever.
Exactly.
Let me get my part down so I don't have to constantly cut, move this, change. It's only natural to be a little bit nervous no matter how much experience you have. With all that experience, just for fun real quick, with all that experience in the business, look at our guy Wapple over there. Wapple, stand up, will you please? So Jordan can get a good look at you. Now, if you were directing a porn, he doesn't have to be involved in a sexual scene.
Yeah.
But maybe you're the expert. How would you cast Wapple?
How would I cast Wapple?
I can't hear
sorry.
you. There
How
you
would
go.
I cast Wapple?
Yeah, I mean, again, do with him whatever you want.
If he shaved, he'd make a pretty good stepson.
Oh!
Yeah. Without the beard. Otherwise, maybe a roommate situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking kind of the nerdy kid.
Yeah.
Kind of nerdy kid.
Well,
with
no,
the
see, that's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, you're not that good of an actor, dude.
Okay, Keith, I'm sorry. The nerdy kid does what, Wapple?
I don't know, just kind of clumsy and doesn't get life.
Does he get laid?
Yeah.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, at the end, totally.
Yep, at the end.
That's the happy ending.
Yeah,
Right.
she teaches me.
Yes.
Ah, sure.
All right, I could see it.
So, Jordan, you would put him in a sexual role.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
The stepson. This dorky kid playing Fortnite, I suppose you've probably had that scene. Have you done a scene where stepmom interrupts the dorky kid playing video games?
Not yet, but I have had the scene where I'm the stepmom and kind of. I had to clean up the laundry while, I had to clean up his laundry, do a lot of bending over.
Sure.
They love that.
Effing sloppy kid can't get his act together. Stepmom's going to straighten this out in one way or another.
Exactly.
That's great. Wapple, I mean, that's a confidence builder for you right there. Jordan Max, in the business, says she could find a spot for you.
Yes.
That's got to feel pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so boy, do I have something here for you, Jordan. I've been sitting on this since Christmas. Since I think the last time we talked to Jordan was right before Christmas or right before New Year's Eve. I can't recall. She was saying off air, maybe right before the big outdoor hockey game. What the hell they call that event again?
Winter Classic.
Winter Classic.
Winter Classic.
So it's been a while. I've been sitting on this since. Because obviously this topic is perfect for you. Secrets of the porn industry. And I wanted to run some of these by you. And obviously you can tell us if it's legit or not.
All right.
The first secret, when you were talking about the AVN Awards.
Yes.
Although you said this year was virtually, have you been to the AVN when it was all in person?
In Vegas, yes, in 2020. I didn't go to the award show, but I was there. I was dancing at the Spearmint Rhino during that time.
Okay.
Because there was another convention going on, so that was really good money that week. So we went to the convention and, we walked around, went to the parties.
So the first supposed secret I wanted to bring up came to mind when you brought up the AVN Awards. What we have always heard is that when you get all these porn actors and actresses in the same damn hotel and they're going down to the ballroom to walk, that everyone just mangles each other up and down the hallways. It's just, is there any truth to that?
There. I've heard stories. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Personally, I can't say I've been involved, but I have heard stories about crazy. Next morning, waking up, not sure how you got there, not sure who you're with exactly.
Right.
But yeah, so that definitely will happen.
I just had a thought. So in one of your next movies, Wapple plays the dorky fan who's looking for you at the hotel during the AVN Awards.
Not bad.
That's a great idea.
And he's got like an 8x10 of you. He just wants it autographed, but by God, you give him more than an autograph.
Oh my God, I love that idea. I love you've got a future in the porn industry with ideas like that.
I've watched a few films in my.
He's done his homework.
I think I could come up with a few plots. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
Wapple, someone texted in and said if you were in porn, they say Wapple would 100% be the cameraman.
For starters, until
the
they
and then
mic
maybe he'd be-
operator.
until they see his true
You're the
talent.
lighting guy.
Okay, now Allison Ray is the name of a porn actress. Are you familiar with her, Jordan? Mm-hmm. Okay, she is the character here in this article who reveals some of the behind-the-scenes secrets. And so, tell me what you think. Some of these might get a little graphic, but we're talking about porn. So, what do you expect? I won't get anybody in any trouble. Here it says, if you see a photo of a woman, an actress, with material on her, is how I'm going to put that, and I think everyone follows me. It's not what you think. It's a facial cleanser that looks like the material.
True and false.
Okay.
Because every guy is different.
Uh-huh.
Different texture, different color, different
God help us.
volume. I don't know. But for the most part, for the majority, yes, it is facial cleanser.
Yeah, okay.
My body releases both.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird.
Is that normal?
Like you said, everybody's different.
It says here it's something called Cetaphil, a facial cleanser.
Hey, I've used that.
What, I mean, for some of these photos we're talking about?
No, it's great. I personally love the Cetaphil because then you just run to the bathroom, you can wash your makeup all off, and you're good to go.
Okay. Now, this next supposed secret of the porn industry with Jordan Max here, a lot of times you end up working with someone you don't like.
Also true.
It can happen,
It
right?
happens.
It can happen.
It happens.
I mean,
yes.
The other actor?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my!
the actor,
That must be so difficult. I can't even imagine.
It's extremely difficult. You've really got to put your best O face on, like
Yeah,
I was
yes.
saying.
I mean,
Wow.
that's where the acting kicks in.
Yeah,
right there.
kidding.
It's tough because it's not like, traditional movies where they have like chemistry checks before they cast anyone. We're basically just cast off our pictures like, oh, would they look good together in this role? Perfect. Put them together.
Okay.
And then you get to set and you may get along and you may not. So you just got to make the most of it.
I
you
can't
ever-
imagine that. Yes,
it's gotta be
Ashley.
rough.
Have you ever denied a scene because you just hate that person so much or you don't like them? Like you're like, I can't. I
That
just
sounds
can't.
like a problem you would have,
I mean-
Ashley. I hate that son of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know if the secret's on the list, but we have these things called no lists. I maybe mentioned this before. I don't remember. But if you don't get along with an actor, actress, director, producer, whoever, you can add them to your no list, which your agent keeps a file of and knows not to
Okay.
book you with them.
Oh, that's cool.
That makes
Good.
sense.
Yeah, so for, if you've got personal issues with someone, if you've got, political issues with someone, you don't have to shoot with them.
We're very thankful to have a chance to talk again with porn star Jordan Max, who joins us now in studio. She's become a favorite amongst the brother and the sisterhood. Jordan, how you been?
I've been good. Thanks so much for having me back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thanks for popping out of bed on this brutal morning to come see our program.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem.
Long time no see. You've been busy making new movies.
I have. I was in Los Angeles the last 2.5 weeks. It was award season. So the XBiz Awards and the AVN Awards, which are the two probably most prestigious award shows in our industry,
Right.
happened this past month. So that kept me busy.
You went to both of those programs?
Unfortunately, I missed the XBiz Awards. Had a little problem with the airline. My flight got canceled, and then when I finally got in, they lost my luggage, so I didn't have my outfit.
Oh, that's the best.
We were just talking
So-
about that kind of thing yesterday.
Were you? Yeah. It was really, really unfortunate, but I did make it to the AVNs. It was virtual this year, so my agency had a little get together with all the models at their house, and it was a lot of fun. It was a really good time.
We'll get to that because I wanted to obviously ask what kind of movies did you make while you were out there, and where can folks see them?
Yeah. I did a stepmom scene for Hustler.
All right, Wapple, you owe me $5. Hustler, like hustler.com?
Yep,
kind of?
yep.
Okay, stepmom.
Yes. That was really fun. I did another stepmom and best friend scene.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's $10,
That's $10.
$10.
So I did a threesome scene. That was a good time. That'll be on Nubiles.
That was a good time.
Yeah,
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Nubiles, you said?
Nubiles. Nubiles.
Oh, I always wondered how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
Ashley likes newbiles.com.
Yeah. And then I did another stepmom scene, interracial this time, for a company called Zero Tolerance.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for those coming out soon. I did just have a scene drop today.
Oh.
On New Biles. So check that out if you're interested.
Ashley, how is it? How did you like the new movie that Jordan made on New Biles?
I haven't seen it
Oh,
yet.
you're not quite there yet.
I'll get to that later.
You are busy, aren't you, Jordan?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I keep busy. Yeah, it's
And
good.
I love how you described them all as fun. It was fun.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's it's work. You got to show up on time. You got to be professional. You got to put on your best face. Make your best O face, I should say.
Is it like a movie, where do you have to shoot that several times to get the right angle or whatever they're doing?
Sometimes, depending on the production company, yeah. Sometimes it'll just be like one take, like a POV is all done in one take for the most part with the one camera. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, for these scenes, there were multiple camera angles, so we did have to redo or, retake the shot a few times.
Is that difficult? I can't even smile in front of a regular person. I can't imagine having to do something like that several times.
Josh is a little camera shy.
That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. It gets easier the more you do it. I still do get a little nervous before every scene, though, just because I want to do the best possible job that I can. So I still get a little nervous. I still put a little pressure on myself, but in the end, it all works out.
That's only natural.
Right.
I mean, at the most, you don't want to just completely flop.
Right.
At the least, you don't want to be the character that maybe makes the day take forever.
Exactly.
Let me get my part down so I don't have to constantly cut, move this, change. It's only natural to be a little bit nervous no matter how much experience you have. With all that experience, just for fun real quick, with all that experience in the business, look at our guy Wapple over there. Wapple, stand up, will you please, so Jordan can get a good look at you. Now, if you were directing a porn, he doesn't have to be involved in a sexual scene.
Yeah.
But maybe you're the expert. How would you cast Wapple?
How would I cast Wapple?
Oh, I can't hear you.
Sorry.
There you
How
go.
would I cast Wapple?
Yeah, I mean, again, do with him whatever you want.
If he shaved, he'd make a pretty good stepson.
Oh!
Yeah. Without the beard. Otherwise, maybe a roommate situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I was thinking kind of the nerdy kid.
Yeah.
Kind of nerdy kid
Well,
with
no,
the
see, that's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, you're not that good of an actor, dude.
Okay, Keith, I'm sorry. The nerdy kid does what, Wapple?
I don't know, just kind of clumsy and doesn't get life.
Does he get laid?
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, at the end, totally.
at the end.
That's the happy ending.
Yeah,
Right.
she teaches me.
Yes.
Ah, sure.
All right, I could see it.
So, Jordan, you would put him in a sexual role.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
The stepson. This dorky kid playing Fortnite, I suppose you probably had that scene. Have you done a scene where stepmom interrupts the dorky kid playing video games?
Not yet, but I have had the scene where I'm the stepmom and kind of. I had to clean up the laundry while, I had to clean up his laundry, do a lot of bending over.
Sure.
They love that.
Effing sloppy kid can't get his act together. Stepmom's going to straighten this out in one way or another.
Exactly.
That's great. Wapple, I mean, that's a confidence builder for you right there. Jordan Max in the business says she could find a spot for you.
Yes.
That's got to feel pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so boy, do I have something here for you, Jordan. I've been sitting on this since Christmas. Since I think the last time we talked to Jordan was right before Christmas or right before New Year's Eve. I can't recall. She was saying off air, maybe right before the big outdoor hockey game. What the hell they call that event again?
Winter Classic.
Winter Classic.
Winter Classic.
So it's been a while. I've been sitting on this since. Because obviously this topic is perfect for you. Secrets of the porn industry. And I wanted to run some of these by you. And obviously you can tell us if it's legit or not.
All
And
right.
the first secret, when you were talking about the AVN Awards.
Yes.
Although you said this year was virtually. Have you been to the AVN when it was all in person?
In Vegas, yes, in 2020. I didn't go to the award show, but I was there. I was dancing at the Spearmint Rhino during that time.
Okay.
Because there was another convention going on, so that was really good money that week. So we went to the convention and, we walked around, went to the parties.
So the first supposed secret I wanted to bring up came to mind when you brought up the AVN Awards. What we have always heard is that when you get all these porn actors and actresses in the same damn hotel and they're going down to the ballroom to watch, that everyone just mangles each other up and down the hallways. It's just, is there any truth to that?
I've heard stories. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Personally, I can't say I've been involved, but I have heard stories about crazy. Next morning, waking up, not sure how you got there, not sure who you're with exactly.
Right.
But yeah, so that definitely will happen.
I just had a thought. So in one of your next movies, Wapple plays the dorky fan who's looking for you at the hotel during the AVN Awards.
Not bad.
That's a great idea.
And he's got like an 8x10 of you. He just wants it autographed, but by God, you give him more than an autograph.
Oh my God, I love that idea.
Yeah.
I love you've got a future in the porn industry with ideas like that.
I've watched a few films in my.
He's done his homework.
I think I could come up with a few plots. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
Wapple, someone texted in and said if you were in porn, they say Wapple would 100% be the cameraman.
For starters, until
the
they,
mic operator.
until they see his true
You're the
talent.
lighting guy.
Okay, now Allison Ray is the name of a porn actress. Are you familiar with her, Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She is the character here in this article who reveals some of the behind-the-scenes secrets. And so tell me what you think. Some of these might get a little graphic, but, we're talking about porn, so what do you expect? I won't get anybody in any trouble. Here it says, if you see a photo of a woman, an actress, with material on her, is how I'm going to put that, and I think everyone follows me, it's not what you think. It's a facial cleanser that looks like the material.
True and false.
Okay.
Because every guy is different. Different texture, different color, different
God help us.
volume. I don't know. But for the most part, for the majority, yes, it is facial cleanser.
Okay.
My body releases both.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird.
Is that normal?
Like you said, everybody's different.
It says here it's something called Cetaphil, a facial cleanser.
Hey, I've used that.
What, I mean, for some of these photos we're talking about?
No, it's great. I personally love the Cetaphil because then you just run to the bathroom, you can wash your makeup all off, and you're good to go.
Okay. Now, this next supposed secret of the porn industry with Jordan Max here, a lot of times you end up working with someone you don't like.
Also true.
It can happen,
It
right?
happens.
It can happen.
It happens.
I mean,
yes.
The other actor?
Yeah, I mean,
oh my,
the actor,
that must be so difficult. I can't even imagine.
It's extremely difficult. You've really got to put your best O face on, like I was saying.
I mean,
Wow.
that's where the acting kicks in.
Yeah,
No kidding.
It's tough because it's not like, traditional movies where they have like chemistry checks before they cast anyone. We're basically just cast off our pictures like, oh, would they look good together in this role? Perfect. Put them together.
Okay.
And then you get to set and you may get along and you may not. So you just got to make the most of it.
I can't imagine that. Yes, Ashley.
Have you ever denied a scene because you just hate that person so much or you don't like them? Like you're like, I can't. I
That
just
sounds
can't.
like a problem you would have,
I mean-
Ashley. I hate that son of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know if the secret's on the list, but we have these things called no lists. I maybe mentioned this before. I don't remember. But if you don't get along with an actor, actress, director, producer, whoever, you can add them to your no list, which your agent keeps a file of and knows not to book you with that.
Oh, that's cool.
That makes
Good.
sense.
Yeah, so for, if you've got personal issues with someone, if you've got, political issues with someone, you don't have to shoot with them.
The half-assed morning show backtracks.
The 93X half-assed morning show.
Are you ready to beat the heat this summer? Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is here to help you say goodbye to sweltering heat and hello to ultimate comfort. Ashley, what specials do they have going on this month?
Celebrate Christmas in July with Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Get huge savings with $1,776 off a new multi-head ductless system. Visit standardheating.com to discover all the goodies in Santa's bag.
This episode brought to you by Progressive. Whether you're driving, cooking, or doing laundry, Progressive knows the podcasts you listen to go best when they're bundled with another activity. Much like how their Progressive home and auto policies go best when they're bundled. Having these two policies together makes taking care of your insurance easier and could help you save, too. Customers who save by switching their home and car insurance to Progressive save over $775 on average. That's a whole lot of savings and protection for your favorite podcast listening activities, like going on a road trip, cooking dinner, and even hitting the home gym. Yep, your home and your car are even easier to protect when you bundle your insurance together. Find your perfect combo. Get a home and car insurance quote at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $779 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show, Backtracks Edition.
We're talking with Marcus Foligno from the Minnesota Wild. They get the big home opener tomorrow night against Florida. We're just getting to know each other, aren't we, Marcus?
We are. Yeah,
and
I love that the show is called the Half-Assed Morning Show. I feel like that's why you guys asked me to come on here.
Well, you were far down the list, but yeah.
Okay.
The Russian kid turned us down. We had to.
His phone line was busy. And people have been, we got some information on you ahead of time, what you like to do and this and that and your background. I mean, not that we didn't know a little bit about you just from watching the hockey games, but one of the personal facts about Marcus Foligno that really grabbed me, because I'm a big baseball fan, it says you love playing baseball growing up, which is great, and also an avid collector of baseball hats. So you like to collect all the hats from the current teams? Are we talking retro stuff? Just anything you can get your hands on?
Yeah, I mean, it's usually when I go to like one of the baseball parks, I'll go and grab that team's hat and I'll keep it. And I think hockey players seem to always wear baseball, flat brim hats all the time. So it's kind of the look for a hockey player. And I don't know, they're just such cool logos. And so I think I only have about 10 so far, but it's my wife's giving me a hard time because we have so many hats in our closet area. But it's just something I always collect. You go golf and you go to a clubhouse, you grab one of the courses hats. It's something I do with baseball. So, and then growing up, I grew up in we lived in the States early on in my career, following my dad's hockey career, and baseball was huge. I remember playing. We were in Hershey, Pennsylvania for about 5 years. We lived there, and that's where I really picked up baseball. And honest to God, I think, if I didn't move to Canada, I moved to Canada when I was 11 years old or 12 years old, and I was just playing Pony League, and that's when we were starting to travel and everything, and that's where I started really loving it. And then we moved to Canada that time, and then it was like everything was hockey all the time after that. But I had a blast. I loved hitting. I loved playing center field and first base, and never really took up the pitching, but I don't know, something about being outside playing the game of baseball, and it was a blast, and something that I always thought, I wonder what would it be like if I stayed in the States, if I'd be more of a baseball addict than I am a hockey addict. So it's just something that you think about. But and then now supporting the Twins, it's been awesome seeing their ride in the playoffs right now, and hoping for a big win tonight.
Are you going today or tonight? I guess.
Well, we went yesterday, unfortunately, but. Yeah, it was.
Stay away today, then. You're bad luck.
I know. We went for Game 2 against the Jays when they closed it out. So we're like, we got to go back. And then obviously it was opposite of the outcome. But it was an unbelievable atmosphere. I mean, it's just so cool to see the way the city kind of comes together, and around playoff time especially. And I don't know, playoff baseball is just so cool. Every pitch matters, and it's just the intense of every time that pitcher throws something can happen. So. It's such a great game, and I love following it.
I dig it. Yeah, I dig it too. Yes, go ahead, Josh.
I was going to ask you, so Dana made a joke, about maybe you were bad luck. Are you a superstitious guy at all? I mean, we've talked to many athletes over the years who are superstitious about certain things.
Yeah.
Like if you're on a hot streak or if things aren't going well, are there any activities that you have to do or stay away from?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. It's tough because I do sometimes wear the same suit when we're winning. I'll just kind of keep it or keep that tie or whatever and keep it going. When it comes to like, things I got to do before the game, not really. Everything's kind of just on schedule about like when I eat and when I nap and things like that. But that's kind of routine. If it gets messed up a little bit, I'm not too worried about it. But for the most part, when I get to the rink, I usually get there around the same time, and then it's just everything's kind of routine. I just find I'm more of a routine person than like superstitious, where I gotta clap my hands 3 times before putting on my skates or something like that. So what I've seen with some other guys, it's pretty crazy. But guys have this thing where they don't tie their skates until the clock hits a certain thing. Like I can't do that. I just kind of come in at a certain time. I feel like it's a long career or long days if you kind of go that way. But some guys have some pretty crazy stuff and traditions. You can't touch their stick, or they got to put a stick in a certain area until they tape it. It's just, hey, I guess if it's working, it's working. It's good for you, but I like to keep it light and keep things just kind of moving.
If you ever have any trouble napping, morning radio people are the ones to talk to. We are the innovators of the afternoon nap.
The best nappers there are.
Because of these miserable hours. Do you have any questions for us, Marcus Foligno, since we're just getting to know each other? Do you have any questions for us?
I mean, how long you guys been doing on this radio show for?
Oh, for God's sake! You really know nothing about us, do you?
Just a little bit. Aaron Stickman's the one that gave me, but we're going to get to know each other really well this year.
Now, it's been a long time. We've actually
February of 99.
99. Where were you in February of 99, Marcus Foligno?
I was actually I was living in Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's all I know.
Okay.
I don't know where else I was, but I don't know what I was doing, but that's awesome.
We're not elderly yet or anything, but I do remember watching your dad play, and I have to be totally honest with you. One of the things that drew me to your dad as a player when he played for Buffalo and Toronto, are the teams that I remember most specifically, one of the things that drew me to your dad was the Northland Stan Mikita model helmet that he wore on his head.
I call it the Fruit Loops Bowl.
I was drawn to that helmet as a younger person. I even wore that style of helmet when Marcus, you probably heard of this, but I scored 1,000 career beer league hockey points. But anyway, I loved that round, like he's ready to be shot out of a cannon look.
Yeah, exactly. Some other guys wore it, maybe a little bit more skilled than my dad, and it wasn't that bad. But I think just like my dad said that. We always asked him, we're like, what? Like, did you get money for this or something like that? Did someone pay you for the bucks because of this helmet? And he said, honest to God, it was the most comfortable helmet he's ever worn. And he's tried other helmets because other companies were going to make him, pay him a little bit. So he's like, I put it on. And I said, I can't wear it. It just wasn't comfortable. And then he even said when he got punched in the head, it was so comfortable that sometimes he would use it as a fish shield pretty much. So it was one of those things that helped him in fights and things like that. So, hey, I guess it was his signature look, and everyone brings it up when he talks about my dad.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Before we let you go, Marcus, would you like to give our listeners a heads up on your foundation that I was reading about here?
Yeah.
You started a number of years ago, maybe where our listeners can find some more information on the Janice Foligno Foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking about that. No, it's my foundation that honors my mother, who lost her battle to breast cancer. I think it's been 13 years now going, but we started it pretty much the year after she passed, and it's kind of a local thing back in Sudbury, Ontario, Northern Ontario, where we like to donate the funds and help medical back in Northern Ontario, and obviously to help with cancer research and, obviously one day finding a cure. So we've done a lot of great things with fundraising and honestly the support around the National Hockey League and just even the state of hockey. The Minnesota Wild have done so much for us, and it's been unbelievable the attention we've gotten through it. And at the end of the day, it's just to honor my mom's legacy, keep her legacy going, and it's been unbelievable to see kind of the work it has done and what we've been able to provide to not only Northern Ontario. We've donated local here a couple times, and it's all about just finding a cure for breast cancer and cancer in general. So
excellent.
That is awesome.
It affects a lot of people, and when we're fortunate that we have a lot of great support that will eventually find a cure.
That sounds great. Marcus Foligno, it's been cool having our first ever chat with you. We hope we have some more in the future. And, of course, we wish you all the luck in the world tomorrow night in the home opener and smooth through the whole hockey season.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. Look forward to our next half-assed morning show.
There you go. Try to look us up on the internet or something so you have some idea what the hell's going on next time.
Please.
I got to do my research. I'm going to start doing my research now.
Thanks, Marcus. We appreciate it
Thanks,
a lot.
guys.
All right, cool.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
They got their heads up their ass.
On 93X.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers were in town last weekend, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They put on a live program?
Mm-hmm.
You know anybody who went ahead to see that show?
Yeah.
Jordan Max went.
Ha!
Did she?
Yep.
Who?
Jordan Max.
Jordan Max.
Yep.
What did she say?
I'm not sure. She texted me actually late that night. Too bad I was busy, but she said she had an extra ticket and asked if I wanted to go with.
Yeah, my stepson, his girlfriend, and a couple, like his girlfriend's mom and brother went. So they...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's her mom's favorite band. She loves the Chili Peppers.
Never saw them. I don't think I ever saw them.
Oh, they're very good live. Very good live.
They still got old Flea in the mix on the bass guitar?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they sure do.
Flea tweeted a very relatable story recently. Ooh, about a Code Brown. Otherwise known as a bathroom emergency situation. Code Brown he found himself in. Flea talked about a trip to Target that turned into a... You all right?
Yes, sorry. I thought I got far away enough.
You know, you're like, I got a buddy named Doug, has a cough 365 days a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You and Doug might...
The best part is it's perfect for this job because it's always like the first couple hours I'm awake. So.
And Doug's never smoked a cigarette in his life, but he's got a cough 365 days a year. It's fascinating.
I wish I could say that.
It's fascinating. Flea went off to Target here a few days ago, and it turned into an emergency, looking for a bathroom. Here's his story. He said, walked into Target to get nail clippers and nose hair trimmer. I've tried the nose hair trimmers, the ones that buzz.
Yeah.
Don't work on me.
I just did one. Yeah, just used it yesterday.
They don't work on me.
Yeah, I like them.
Doesn't it tickle? I would never be able to do that.
Tickles like a bastard.
Oh,
The first couple times, yeah. After a while, you get used to it.
And I don't know if I've got different kind of hairs in my nose than most folks, but it doesn't do jack squat. It just kind of pulls on them and makes my eyes water, and then I pull it out of my nose hole, and nothing has been accomplished.
Oof.
I still jam a little scissors up there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That scares me.
Don't be scared.
I don't have one of those little scissors.
Yeah, you can get one at Target. So there's Flea at Target. Employees asking him for selfies. And 2 minutes later, he was accommodating. He's hanging out with some folks. Yeah, you can take us 2 minutes later, he says, I get hit with a major urge to take a shower. They told me the bathroom is downstairs. I went downstairs, but there's 10 people in line. And he said he was about to poop himself. I went back to the employees and I pleaded with them, can I use the employees' bathroom? And they said no. Employees only. I don't care if you're Flea. He ran across the street to a cafe to ask to use their bathroom. I love this. On the way, some guy asked him for a selfie, and Flea said no, because he's on his way to he's got a turtle head poking, and the guy calls him an a-hole for not stopping. Look, dude, I got to get in there.
Do you want a selfie of me as I crap my pants? Because that's what's about to happen.
Yeah, the cafe lady threatened to call security on Flea.
Dude, this poor guy.
For asking to... I don't know, Wapple. It just says here she threatened to call security because he asked to use their bathroom.
By the way, I think this happened here. At least it was the day they were in town.
Oh, it happened here.
Yeah, I think it did.
For Pete's sake.
That's the rumor, at least.
He made it, he says, by the skin of his teeth to a restaurant a few blocks away. He got her done. Lucky bastard. Lucky bastard. That's a good one. As you might expect, a few people responded to his tweet. The best was probably a fan who quoted the lyrics from the Fellas' song Under the Bridge. You remember that one?
Oh, that was so big in high school. If you played guitar, you had to learn it. If you
just
wanted
like prerequisite?
If you wanted any attention from women, that like in More Than Words and To Be With You, you better know how to play those on an acoustic guitar.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show, Backtracks Edition.
An odd subject took hold of social media yesterday. Kind of humorous. Well, more than kind of humorous, but also a little creepy. Did you guys happen to bump into this? The argument was the most effable brand mascot.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable.
Well, I don't mean to make anyone uncomfortable. The most effable brand mascot. And when I first read it, I thought, well, what is a brand mascot? Well, we're talking about things like the Lucky Charms dude and the Green Giant. And tell me what you think.
I mean, I think my wife would be into Mr. Clean.
Oh, yeah.
He's bald and muscular.
I think some women are into
tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah, the Bounty Man, too, I think some women are into.
The Brawny?
Brawny, is that what it is?
Brawny paper towel man.
Yeah.
Sure, he's all man.
What
the lumberjack dude.
But what about the Green Giant? He's almost wearing nothing.
Yeah,
You couldn't handle that.
He doesn't leave a lot to the imagination, does he, Wapple?
No.
And
he's got a giant beanstalk.
Oh, I'll bet. You know what I think would be perfect for you because of your 24 years of experience before you got your bean snapped, speaking of beans for the first time? The hamburger helper hand.
Oh!
I could see that being perfect for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's affable. My dad had a buddy when I was a kid who looked just like the brawny paper towel man. And that was kind of when I was a little kid. I would watch the commercials with the big giant dude and the red mustache, and I would like, that's the dude that Daddy drinks with, you know?
And
then the guy died.
That's
anyway.
a good last-minute costume.
Yes.
Now I have one, but now I'm nervous to say it because I'm assuming she's a grown woman, but maybe not anymore. They sell Baconators there. Is that a grown woman or a little girl?
You know what, Cubby? You don't have to say it because I can just she made the list here from social media, so, you know. But if you were uncomfortable saying it, then don't worry about it.
I'm picturing her as a grown woman. I guess maybe I should look up the logo.
Hell, I don't know. It's just brand mascots, I don't think.
Yeah, but even so.
Anyone's going to call the cops. But Jolly Green Giant is in here. As a matter of fact, look, it appears to me that folks gave him a 10 out of a 10, ranking his effableness. I don't know. How do I say that? You know, he's a 10 out of 10 when it comes to a brand mascot being effable. He's a big fella. So, you know, brace yourself. Yeah, here's Wendy. Oh, here's Mr. Clean.
Yeah, I guarantee you that's who my wife would say.
Well, he is very handsome. I never noticed his eyes. He has beautiful blue eyes.
Oh, yeah, he's a good-looking dude.
My friend Anna's dad looks exactly like him. It's uncanny.
I also never noticed that Mr. Clean had this beautiful gold earring in his left ear.
Oh, yeah, he likes to party.
You didn't know this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he likes to party. My son's teacher, all the kids call him Mr. Clean. He's like the favorite teacher. My stepdaughter had him years and years ago. He's been around. Everybody loves him.
He's a cool teacher.
Oh, yeah, he'll let you call him Mr. Clean. Some teachers might not put up with that. But
yeah.
But, you know, it's social media, so it gets weird at times. Here's Toucan Sam. What does he sell? Lucky Hoops?
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops. Yeah.
Best cereal.
Toucan Sam. He's cute. Mr. Pringle.
Really? You're just kind of fancy? He's got the guy with the big mustache?
Big mustache. He's got a fancy red bow tie. Something I never noticed about Mr. Pringle is he does have a nice head of brown hair.
Well, along those lines, like a distinguished gentleman, maybe the KFC Colonel.
Sure.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Or the Monopoly Man.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Moneybags.
Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah, he's got money.
Yeah.
Why? Hell, I'd bang him if he's got that kind of money. You know?
And he's a little bit older, so he's probably going to drop dead soon, too. So if you marry in, you can get in that will.
I thought you were going to say the fact that he was a little bit older, he'd have some experience in bed. But
Yeah, me too.
You got dark.
That took a turn. Yeah, he's gonna die
It's
soon.
like he's got that cane.
No, I appreciate your point, Dana. I also was thinking the same thing. You bang him a handful of times, he drops dead, you get his money. Mm-hmm. Kool-Aid Man is in here.
That's silly.
Yeah.
He's a bigger guy. I don't know. Some people like a little extra. What do they say? Cushion for the pushing.
I like the taste of Kool-Aid too.
He likes
so.
to party, though.
Oh, yeah, he loves to party.
He does?
He's like the Gronk of brand mascots.
And yeah, he'll just bust right through the wall to party.
Yeah, he'll show up out of nowhere.
And I think he's also got that deep, manly voice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he does.
But you're going to get stuff all over you.
Oh,
Definitely.
You're just going to get coated.
Ice cubes. If ice cubes are a part of your sexual play ever, he's got
A big, sticky mess. Somebody wants to know if the Charmin bears are on there.
I'll get there. I don't know. See, I was too lazy to print them off.
I saw that they were mentioned on Twitter.
I'm just reading it here off the internet. Who was mentioned?
The Charmin bears. Somebody wants to take the whole family.
I don't know if I remember the Charmin bears.
That is
A
gross.
little kid.
Wait a minute. There's
They said the whole family.
bears.
We're rolling through the most effable brand mascots, according to the internet. The Cocoa Puffs Cuckoo Bird. Probably because he'd do things to you never imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Things you haven't heard of yet.
I mean, he smokes crack rocks or something. Look at the look on his face.
True.
Same with Cookie Crisp dog.
Cookie Crisp?
Why?
Isn't it Cookie Crisp?
No, you got to say it Cookie Crisp.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I always thought it was just Cookie Crisp.
It's not Cookie
In the
Crisp.
commercial, they call it Cookie Crisp.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I wonder if they did when we were young. I always thought just Cookie Crisp.
I think it's normally called that, but the little mascot guy likes to have fun with it.
Crap. I'm taking mine back. The Wendy's girl does nothing for me.
Okay.
People are giving me information.
Yeah.
Son
good.
of a bee.
I'm glad.
Here are people saying that although they enjoy this conversation, they feel like the Pillsbury Doughboy should be off limits.
I absolutely agree because that is my favorite little brand person. I love him.
He's
so
adorable.
much. Oh my god.
How about the Gorton's Fisherman?
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Man, that's a mature man right there. He's got the weathered look on his face, the beard, the full head of hair. He's a sailor or whatever. He's a fisherman, so he's tough and he can take the.
He's rugged.
Silver Fox.
Absolutely. Oh, you weren't familiar with the Gorton's Fisherman?
No, I forgot what it looked like.
The Quaker Oats Pilgrim guy.
Oh, really?
Huh. He'd seem boring.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, like very missionary, I feel like, with him.
At this point, he kind of looks like he'd, a member of an old 70s rock band or something.
I feel like Chester Cheeto could teach you some things.
Chester Cheetah.
Yeah, Chester Cheetah.
Yes.
Yep.
You're really struggling with this today, Wapple. Cookie Crisp, Chester Cheeto.
Hey, I hit that Cookie Crisp on the head.
Maybe you're right. I'd never heard that.
That's exactly the way it's said in the commercials.
Is it really?
Cookie Crisp.
I didn't see anybody dump Ronald McDonald into the mix, and I wonder if he...
Because he's creepy.
What do you mean? How is he creepy?
I don't like him. He's a clown.
Oh, I saw him on the list. Ronald McDonald's in there.
Then do you get all of his friends, too?
Pardon me?
Like the Hamburglar?
Oh, if you're banging Ronald, you're banging the whole gang.
Oh, yeah. Bring the Fry Guys in here.
Yeah, Mayor McCheese.
You know Grimace likes to watch.
Yeah. That's true. He's over in the corner just playing with his McNuggets.
So creepy stuff.
Now, I'm not familiar with this next brand mascot. It's a sexy-looking lady with pink hair and a skin-tight outfit, and they claim she sells some kind of insurance.
Oh, I know here. Yeah.
But she's very fit. Very fit.
Yeah, she's kind of like a superhero.
Yeah, she looks like Catwoman or something, but with pink hair.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
and
about.
She's got looks like she's got an earpiece in her ear. She's communicating constantly. I don't know what her name is, but she's very cute, very sexy. Some of these mascots I'm not familiar with, but here's Colonel Sanders. Oh, Betty Crocker. Oh, very mature, pretty lady.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and she just seems so sweet and loving.
I'd never taken a close look at Betty Crocker. She's very pretty.
What about Aunt Jemima?
Oh,
Sure.
That's a great one.
That's a good one.
She'll teach you some stuff.
Yeah, she will.
And then she'll cook you some flapjacks in the morning,
That's
too.
right.
Here's Chester Cheetah. Now, here's what this tweet says. We all dated a Chester cheetah at one point who most definitely cheated on us. Yeah, because he's got the sunglasses and a leather jacket. He doesn't wear any effing pants.
He's cool.
Big high tops. Oh, yeah, this dude, he's like he's like a streetwise dude. That's what I picture Chester Cheetah to be.
Got a text from someone who recommends Captain Crunch, a man in uniform.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to turn down.
Now, when I was first reading this list of the most effable brand mascots, this is the one that gave me the willies. The Snuggle Bear.
That is very disturbing, yes.
The Sun-Made Raisins Lady. She's very pretty. Can anyone picture the Sun-Made Raisins Lady?
Kinda.
She's got
Kinda looks like the Land O'Lakes lady.
Oh, yeah, she's cute.
I can't picture the Land O'Lakes lady, but the Sun-Made Lady had beautiful long brown hair. She's carrying a bucket of grapes. She's heading off to film a segment for the local television station, some grape stomping.
Cute little bonnet.
Hopefully that won't end terribly or anything.
Milwaukee's Best Jesus recommends the Jack Link Sasquatch. Just an animal in the sack like he is in...
There'd be nothing left of you.
That's true.
A lot of women like body hair.
Do you like a man that smells of beef jerky?
Yeah, actually, that might be nice.
Oh, I got both those things crossed off.
And here's the one that amused me the most. Is it Tootsie Pops, who has the owl who licks away at the damn Tootsie Pop?
Yep. That's the one.
At any rate, they have a picture of the old owl licking that Tootsie Pop, or however you say it, and the message says here, he understands the assignment.
Yeah. He ain't going to stop until the job is done.
No, he ain't.
But he only gets 1 or 2 in. And then he always eats it.
Yeah, he bites it at 3.
Yeah.
Some people like that.
You ain't kidding.
You better bite at 3. Teacher Jesus recommends the Keebler Elves. They've got magic in them.
I'm surprised there wasn't like Mickey or Minnie on the list.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's different. More characters than brand mascots, Mickey and Minnie. And people were mostly focused on television commercials and the such.
What about the bunny from Tricks?
Yeah, he didn't get a mention as far as I saw. Boy, it's amazing how many of these we could sit here and talk about.
Even the Nesquik bunny, too.
Yeah, I can't picture him.
Oh, yeah, I know that bunny.
Yes, we mentioned the Kool-Aid Man. Yes, we mentioned the brawny paper towel man, folks who are just tuning in. Juan Valdez, what did he sell? Coffee?
Oh, the coffee guy.
Yeah, he was very handsome.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the peanut guy? The planter man?
Mr. Peanut?
Yeah.
Mr. Peanut.
Oh, wow.
Didn't he die?
He has died a few times in their commercials, but they keep bringing him back.
Yeah, he's back.
Okay. He'll probably die again this Super Bowl. I think it seems
it's a Super Bowl thing.
The last 2 Super Bowls, I should say, in the Planters ads, he dies in a car wreck or something, but he comes back.
Oh, the Energizer Bunny just keeps going.
Sure.
He's literally banging.
That's all pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff.
Bet Tony the Tiger's got some endurance to him.
Oh, I bet you're right.
Does he? Well, he's all sugared up on Frosted Flakes.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you what, the number one answer via text here, by far, is the AT&T girl.
Well, she's a real lady.
Yeah, otherwise I'd say the Orbit girl.
I don't know the Orbit girl.
Dirty mouth, clean it up. The blonde girl.
Well, you watch a lot of television, huh?
Yeah.
I don't
oh my
know
gosh, she is pretty.
Mm-hmm. But we're not counting live human beings here, right?
No.
Well, they're mascots. Like Flo's a mascot. I mean, maybe mascot's not the right word, but character.
Spokesperson.
Fine,
well, character.
I want Jake from State Farm then.
Yeah, I mean, if we're
oh yeah, there you go.
If we're rolling through, if we're going to count live human beings, my damn, I mean, we could be here all day, because of course you always put attractive people to be the spokesperson for your product, not on radio.
Well, wasn't Juan Valdez a real person?
we can't count Juan Valdez then, I suppose.
We could count his donkey.
No, that's a real thing.
That's good stuff.
The Chiquita Banana Lady. Says Origami with Machines Jesus.
God, I got to start looking some of these people up.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a very good one.
The St. Pauli girl.
Ah, another good one, Wop.
And Josh, I love the fact that you threw in the slang term for sex, getting your bean snapped this morning.
Seemed appropriate talking about the beanstalk.
My old man used to say that when we were kids. Well, not to us.
That's an old-timer thing.
Yeah, we'd overhear my dad and his buddies talking about going out and getting their beans snapped. And I was a young kid. It took me years to figure out what the hell they were talking about.
The half-assed morning show backtracks.
A dude in England broke 9 ribs, fractured his spine, and cracked his skull so badly it caused bleeding on his brain. How did he accomplish this?
Trying to his own D?
Wow, how do you do it? On the side of a mountain?
It's a very interesting guess.
I was going to say a sex injury.
Dana is guessing auto... Well, it's not... Yeah, okay,
fellatio.
Autofellatio.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley?
Yeah, I was thinking a sex injury of some sort.
Okay, you're just generally... You got to give us more specific... That's where the fun comes in, when you have more of a specific guess.
Maybe he was having sex on the top of a roof or something, like high up, and then fell.
Oh.
Have you done that?
No.
Have you had sex anyone high up on top of a roof?
I had it on a roof of a building in New York City.
That's cool.
No, I have not.
Okay, I don't think I have either. Up on a roof, Wapple.
Him and his buddies were messing around, and he smashed his head against like a wall.
Okay.
Caused all those other injuries? It's a lot of injuries.
Must have went through a wall.
Yeah.
All right, here's the answer. Again, broke 9 ribs, fractured his spine in half, cracked his skull so bad that there was bleeding on the brain. He tripped over his cat.
Oh, my gosh.
No.
Cats.
You think the cat, this was on purpose?
Yup.
Oh, the cat was out to get him.
Cats be like that.
I'm pretty sure our dog is going to kill one of us in that manner.
Intentionally?
No, he's just a big dummy, and he wants to go down the stairs at the same time as you.
Oh my gosh, my dog does the same thing.
And he's 185 pounds, and he likes to run into you. So he's going to take one of us out.
See, me and my cat, Big Lou, the pimp, we're pretty tight. But the prick will attempt to trip me when I'm in full stride at the house just because he wants me to notice him. That's a real thing.
Yep,
That's one of his favorite effing bits. He waits until I am in full stride. I think he waits to see my eyes, and he can notice that I'm completely lost in nothingness. And then he dives into my damn ankles. So one day he might take me out for real, just like this sorry son of a bitch I'm going to tell you about.
Yeah, my cat does the same. She'll do the figure 8s in between your legs. She'll go in between, then go around.
And all that is notice me.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows if I trip over him, and I have had one incident where he dove into my ankles for that very same reason, and I had to kind of barrel roll myself across the living room. Chris Rowley is this guy's name. 59-year-old man. A professional musician like Josh, saxophone player. This guy was laid out on the floor for 14 hours with all those injuries before somebody found his broken carcass. And it was his brand new kitten that took him down.
That's even worse when they're kittens.
How is that worse?
They got so much energy, they're just running around all the time. If you got an older cat, they seem to sleep a lot.
Did the cat start eating him after hour 6? Every once in a while you hear a story like that.
I don't have anything. Now, is this correct, Josh? His kitten has a first and a last name?
I believe so, yeah.
The cat is named Eric Morecambe. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. Eric Morecambe, that's the cat,
cute,
is a hairless sphinx. I'll show you a hairless sphinx.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of a hairless sphinx.
The kitty had jumped up and latched onto one of Chris's legs. And as Chris tried to get out of the way of the cat, he went ass over apple cart right on down a set of stairs. And that left him with the injuries that I mentioned. Doctors said his injuries were comparable to that of a car crash.
All from the kitten.
Wasn't discovered until the next morning because his lady friend works nights. So there he was, lying in a pool of blood while the cat, Eric, sat on his chest, and he said the cat was kind of pumping on him. You know, hey, dude, let's go. Get the F up. You know, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It is kind of an evil-looking cat.
I hate hairless cats.
No, you don't hate them.
Yeah, they look so creepy.
Kind of looks like the type of cat that like a Bond villain would have.
Yeah,
you know?
that's perfect. Yeah, Dr. Evil would have one of these cats.
So it does look like Mr. Bigglesworth?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think they're cool looking.
Oh, I don't.
Wapple, I'm surprised. So you're afraid of them. You don't hate them.
Yeah, I guess that's a good.
Yeah, because you're a cat person.
Yeah, one of my a family friend had a hairless cat, and it just creeped me out.
It kind of has the nuzzle of a dog, almost.
Yeah, it
more
does.
so than a cat.
So this guy, can I see the picture of the guy?
Yeah.
Even though his girlfriend is wearing a face mask, she looks like a nice looking. He looks like he's an older guy. I guess I said he's 59. This guy was in the hospital for 2 weeks. He said, I can't remember much, just falling. It was over within seconds, and then there I was at the bottom of the stairs. His phone was dead. He couldn't get up. Jackie, his lady, like I was saying, she found him. She said she had to leave the room when the paramedics got to the house because Chris was screaming in pain so badly she couldn't watch. He just said the cat jumped on my leg. He was looking to play. I lost my footing. The cat is absolutely fine. It'll be 6 to 12 months before he's back on his feet.
Jeez.
He's having seizures now because of that lick to the noggin. And doctors are helping him with that. Well, this is kind of cool now. I mentioned he's a professional musician. He's been touring the world over his lifetime and performing on cruise ships as the singer of many bands, including a band called the Half Pipes and a band called the Young Guns. Oh, do they just sing about the movie? Because that would rule. Maybe they got a song just called Pals. Or maybe a song called It Ain't Easy Having Pals. Where are my Young Guns fans here?
It's just
been a while.
skateboarding and cowboy movies.
Maybe there's a song about Josiah Gordon Doc Skurlock. Billy! Let's finish the game. It's the last thing Doc says before he gets killed. A GoFundMe page has been set up for this guy. They say he's effing lucky to be alive. And I guarantee that cat, Eric, couldn't possibly care less.
I feel you.
None
the
the
dog would
wiser.
feel guilty about it, but yeah, the cat doesn't seem to mind. You had it coming, you might say.
Yeah, so I had the cat wipe me out once. Ashley, with all the buck wild animals you have in your home on and off over the last few years, none of them have ever knocked you into next week or anything, or sent you down a flight of stairs?
All the time.
Or they just sit there and, because the one chewed its own leg off, so it was busy with that. It couldn't.
Yeah, no, she loves to get in my way, and then if I like tell her to move, then she gets more frazzled. So then it just is worse. Yeah, she's knocked me over quite a bit. One time she knocked me over and I smacked my head on a counter.
Oh, jeez.
A widow.
That'll knock you down a reading level. We've got like a landing at the bottom of our stairs, and then there's a couple extra stairs that just take a right.
Yep.
And my dog that's his favorite place to lay. He loves laying there, so you got to step over him, because he refuses to move. So you step over this, and I know one of these days it's going to take someone out. Trying to carry like laundry upstairs or something, that's a nightmare.
Has anyone ever pet a hairless cat? And I'm not trying to be cute with that.
No.
Yeah, I've never even seen one in person.
Okay.
You have, Wap?
You've pet a hairless cat?
Yeah, my family friend cat that
Okay,
they had.
then you can comment on this. A listener says petting a hairless cat is kind of like touching your balls.
Yeah, actually, that's very good. That's a very good description.
I noticed this particular cat is very wrinkly.
Yeah. Yep.
I like how he just
usually are.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
Agreed.
What else are people saying about? Okay, this is a listener, old enough to know better, but I do it anyway. She has a client that is now disabled because of a brain injury from a similar cat accident.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible.
And that is true, isn't it? I mean, true, but it is possible that our pets will eat us if we die in their presence.
Yeah, if you're there long enough, right? Better cop than Asian cop. Jesus said, worst nut shot I ever took was from my dog. Yeah, I've taken a couple of those.
Yep. Uh-huh.
They don't care. They'll stomp
They
them
don't.
right
They're
out.
so overly excited to see you. They're jumping up on you, and they just get you right in the crotch.
Well, our dog, he's at
tall enough
crotch
to,
level
yeah,
where
to just-
when he wags his tail,
Oh,
it's like
he can
a
get
whip.
you with, oh.
Up at the crack of dawn, Jesus said, my cat knocked me down the stairs, and I swear she was smiling afterwards.
An evil grin.
Airplane fixer, Jesus, that's 3 X's. I'm literally on my way to the hospital because my wife broke her foot when our pig stepped on it, FML.
Well,
You know what?
why do you have a pig?
Well, more and more people do have pigs now.
Again, the ultimate...
You're an animal lover.
Yeah.
The ultimate watch-your-own bobber member of this program loves to check out other people's bobbers.
And if you wouldn't mind, can you run down all the animals you just divorced?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Goats.
true.
How do you forget
Painting
this stuff?
goats, chicken, rooster. I had a chinchilla that died. Bearded dragon.
Cockroach.
Yep.
For a while.
Yeah, the cockroach. That's a big one,
But
true.
you're
I
several
can't
dogs.
judge. I take it back.
Yes.
It's cool to
But
have
if
a pig.
you had a pig, you'd be a freak.
A lot of people get duped on those pigs, too.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They think it's going to be like, what do you call it?
Teacup pig.
Yeah, teacup pig. And then all of a
Oh.
sudden they get it, and a couple months later it's huge.
It's like 100 pounds.
That's what happened to Alexa Bliss.
More bacon.
Alexa Bliss, the wrestler?
Yeah, she has a pig.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
So she thought it was going to stay tiny its whole life, and next thing you know, it took up the whole apartment?
Yeah, it's like 350 pounds, 400 pounds.
The half-assed morning show backtracks.
The 93X half-assed morning show.
Are you ready to beat the heat this summer? Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is here to help you say goodbye to sweltering heat and hello to ultimate comfort. Ashley, what specials do they have going on this month?
Celebrate Christmas in July with Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Get huge savings with $1,776 off a new multi-head ductless system. Visit standardheating.com to discover all the goodies in Santa's bag.
The Rolling Stone Music Now podcast gets inside the biggest stories with Rolling Stone senior writer Brian Hyatt, Snoop Dogg, and Lotto.
Let me give you one of my secrets. I remain the biggest kid in the room at all times. As a kid, and you can't believe that. Look at where you at. Keep making it about fun.
Yeah, we blessed to be able to do a job that's like fun.
There's 2 funds that's the most important funds in the world. Funds that you make off of the fun that you have.
Rolling Stone Music Now, wherever you listen.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show Backtracks Edition.
This is for you one-uppers. Good luck trying to top this. Our first stupid news story of the day. Our first stupid news story in over a week. A dude in Austria got bit on the dong by a damn python.
Nobody's got time for that.
You know what I'm saying?
As much as that would be awful, it would be cool when you hear somebody else complain about something and then say, I'm sorry, let me ask you something. Have you ever been bitten on the dink by a python? Because I have.
Right. This happened while the poor bastard was sitting on the toilet. It's believed that this python escaped his neighbor's house, and this will give some of you chills, and it slithered isn't a word. It slithered through the drains.
Oh, no.
And came up the toilet and bit him on the hog. 65-year-old man, too. That's the poor sucker.
Boy, and then it's smaller than it used to be. I was watching this TikTok video of the D-Doc. Have you heard of the D-Doctor?
I have not.
He claims to be a penis expert and a doctor.
Is that right?
And he's on TikTok.
Okay.
And he mentions that penises shrink as we get older. But there is a way to combat that, and that's the more you use it, the more it stays closer to its high 5, your best 5 years of penis.
I have heard that Summers before, and I do believe that I am losing size.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Me, not you. I don't know about you.
No, you can easily find out.
Would you guys leave penis expert on your title?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You mean like I'm...
I mean, your sisters do. Hey, little, guy talk. Guy talk.
That's pretty cold-blooded for 6:30 in the morning, isn't it, Wapple?
That was sweet.
I had a whole week to think of it.
Yeah, your sisters are comfortable with it. Why wouldn't we be comfortable with it? 65-year-old guy bit on the D by a 5+ plus-foot albino reticulated python, if you know anything about those creatures. That's what it was. It was at 6 o'clock in the morning. Sounds like right when he sat his sad ass down to take a deuce. 6 o'clock in the morning, fresh out of bed. That's no way to get the day going. Police said he felt a pinch in the area of his genitals. The snake is non-venomous. They say it's native to Asia. It can reportedly grow up to 29 feet long. This was a 5-footer, so just a baby. And as I said, it apparently escaped from the neighbor's apartment, may have reached the man's toilet through the drains, although its exact route wasn't clear. Dude was taken to the hospital, treated for minor injuries. I'm sure that wasn't embarrassing or anything. A reptile expert responded to the scene and removed the snake and then cleaned it, free of turds and such, and returned the snake to its owner. This owner apparently had 11 other non-venomous constrictor snakes in his apartment. He also had a gecko.
Cool.
Which lived in the drawers in his house.
What?
Gecko lives in the drawers. And now cops are investigating the snake's owner on suspicion of negligently causing bodily harm. You know, he allowed this effing snake to get loose and bit this 65-year-old man on his damn penis. That's no way to wake up.
Got a text here that said they know someone who, this is Rammstein, Mexican Jesus, knows someone who was stung by a scorpion in the penis.
Oh.
Dude.
Whatever, one-upper. That's a one-upper right there.
That does sound cooler.
The scorpion sounds cooler?
Yeah, it sounds cooler than the python. To me, at least. I know everybody has their favorite animal that could bite a penis, but of the ones we talked about today, scorpion sounds pretty cool.
Man. Well, you know, I have a friend who had something somewhat similar happen to him, and not that this is one-upping the man who had a python bite him on the dong, but I had a friend who had something similar happen where a snake escaped in my buddy's apartment complex, and it caused my buddy to expose himself to the entire apartment complex. He got a knock on his door, and his landlord said, just letting everybody know that a snake is loose in the apartment, in the complex. There's a dude that lives a couple doors down from you. He's got snakes. One of them is busted free. And said, just so you know, if you see this sumbitch, give me a phone call. And my pal said, are you effing kidding me? Is this a joke? And the landlord said, no, it's not a joke. And my pal said, well, just so you know, I am absolutely deathly afraid of snakes. So if I see this damn thing, I am likely to stomp it to death. I'm not going to give you a phone call. So my pal was, in a panic for a couple of days, looking behind every door and lifting up the toilet seat and looking. He was paranoid. And then one day he gets out the shower. He's butt-ass naked, and the first thing he sees is this effing snake slithering through his apartment. And he busted out into the hallway. Ah! D swinging. And so everyone comes out of their apartments, and there he is in the nude. And he has to scream, the snake is in my apartment, and someone came and got the damn thing. He didn't land any dates out of it or anything.
I think I came across a one-upper here.
Okay.
This person had a cougar bite his penis one time. Was this like, did you pull her out of, what is that, Redstone in Eden Prairie?
Ooh. Yeah.
Is that what that place is called?
I think you got the right name.
If it is not, I think it's close.
There used to be one over by Ridgedale Mall in Minnetonka. Cougars, some would say saber-tooths, hanging out in there.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show, Backtracks Edition.
The search is on for a hot dog statue that is a Sheboygan, Wisconsin icon. I don't know Sheboygan. Anyone on the panel here know Sheboygan, Wisconsin?
No. Outside of just heard of it.
They make
where is it, Ashley?
It's on the east side of Wisconsin, I believe. Yeah,
Gotcha.
One of my friends was going to work over in Sheboygan.
The owner of Rusty Dogs, D-O-G-Z. Why, Cubby?
Because they nasty.
The owner of Rusty Dogs on North Main Street in Sheboygan reported someone removed the statue known as the Big Ween from out front their business. Some
great.
giant hot dog out front. Get your wieners over here at Rusty Dog. Someone swiped it. It happened between 7 and 9 p.m. last Friday.
I don't think you'd like the Big Ween. I mean, I think he's pretty hilarious.
He's kind of funny.
Oh, what do you mean he? He's got a hat on and glasses?
It's a wiener guy.
Oh, a wiener guy. I thought it was just a big wiener.
There's certain things about it you'd like, and there's one thing in particular you would hate.
Okay, well, let me look him up, and then I'll see if I'll tell you what I do and don't like about the Big Ween, and you guys can tell me if that's what you were thinking.
Well, he's got a sleeveless bun on, right?
Big Ween.
So he's got his arms sticking out of the side of the bun. He's got a bit of a creepy face. In his left hand, he's holding some mustard, but it's what his right hand is doing that I think would upset Nick.
I'm trying to find a picture of this damn. I'm no good with the.
Find him.
I can't find him either.
I can send it to all you guys.
Ween is W-E-I-N, if maybe that's why.
Yeah, I know how to spell Ween.
I didn't spell it like that.
What's it called again? Rusty. Sorry, I'm doing my best here.
Yeah, I'm not happy
I just
about
looked
this
up
statue.
hot dog statue.
Oh, really? You found it?
I see him.
Oh, what is that?
I see him.
You see the part that I didn't say the part yet that I know you wouldn't like.
Yeah, he's pouring ketchup on top of himself.
Yeah, you
you
don't believe ketchup should be on a hot dog.
No, it's. And if you're under 6 years old, then put ketchup on a hot dog. Sure, fine. Knock yourself out if you're under 6.
Now, do you see?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
He kind of has this like flirty look on his face.
Yeah, it's a weird look on his face, but also, did you see the full size version?
Yeah, I'm looking at the whole thing.
Doesn't it look a little dirty towards the bottom there?
Oh, yeah, it does.
It looks like he has a garbage can sized penis, is what it looks like. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's dirt on there, but it kind of looks like there's a hole.
Yeah, it does.
No, you know how the hot dogs are like crimped at the end?
Yeah. I like him.
Oh, he's cool
Okay,
looking.
fine. He's putting ketchup on his head. That's probably smart marketing by Rusty Dogs. So you bring your 6-year-old into the joint. That's what they're marketing themselves to the children. He's got what do you call it? Mustard in his left hand for the adults. But that's a damn shame. That's an adorable statue, and somebody upped and took it.
I would love to have that or a replica for the studio. Wouldn't it put a smile on your face every day?
Every damn day.
Unless you walked in and it's dark and you turned the lights on and you saw that face looking at you.
That's what I was picturing.
I mean, if Ford starts cranking out Wienermobiles, you get your hands on this Big Ween from Sheboygan to put here in the radio studio, I would never complain about coming to work.
The only thing is, our HR department would be busy, I'd imagine, with all the jokes that's going to be surrounding that and what people are going to do to that thing.
He really does need a bigger bun.
Yeah, you're right. He does need a bigger bun.
Oh, but I think, don't we all like a hot dog that kind of overwhelms the bun? I know I do.
That's true, yeah.
Well, the owner of the restaurant said a witness saw a man and a woman loading the statue into a vehicle and another person recording the theft. Someone was recording.
Yeah, it'll be on social media if it's not already.
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of pictures, and they're going to be like, I'm over here in Italy. Now look at me, I'm in Japan.
That's where you're
a little trip.
You think the thieves are going to go to Italy and Japan?
I don't know.
Are they made of money?
Samples.
So, in your imagined scenario, they're rich.
Yes.
Or they have a bunch of unused traveler's checks.
Can this hot dog statue be my carry-on, or do I need to check this?
Yeah. What's the matter with you, Wapple? But Josh is right. Just keep an eye on social media. It won't be long before somebody posts it, and you'll have your culprits. The desire for internet fame will be their downfall.
That's why the cops invented social media.
I'm glad I found the picture of the Big Ween. He's cute.
Yeah, he is. It's a cool little mascot.
Someone, Wapple, get on your computer. See if the Rusty Dogs over there in Sheboygan, do they sell you hats and T-shirts? I'd love to get a ball cap with the Big Ween on it.
That's a great idea.
Probably getting some offers right now on text for people to put their Big Ween on my ball cap, but
maybe we should get them on the air.
I expect that around here. Get them on the air?
Yeah, and ask about Big Ween, and maybe there's been a development in the case.
That'd be fun.
We can make a phone call. All right. Yeah, I was searching the internet for the Big Ween. Can we just get back to
That's
these?
Dangerous.
Oh, wait, I just looked up their Facebook page. There is an update as of last night.
What is it?
They found it.
They did.
Yes.
Was it harmed in any way?
No, it says they push a post on it. The Big Ween has been returned. We want to give a huge shout out to the Sheboygan City Police Force for bringing him home to us, and anyone who called in with a tip, shared our post, or helped with the search. We hope the officers working enjoy their lunch day as a thank you for all their hard work. So it looks like they treated him to lunch for bringing the Ween back.
I didn't even realize that was the post I was looking at, was him being safely returned. I feel dumb. I just thought he liked to take pictures with cops. All right.
Well, that is a relief. But Wapple, don't stop searching for Big Ween caps and T-shirts, preferably sleeveless T-shirts. And you're right, it is dangerous to search the Big Ween on the internet.
I got a few weird music videos that I kind of want to listen to.
Oh, from
when
the
I go
band
home.
Ween?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
The band Ween?
Ween?
W-E-E-N?
Oh, sure. Now, this next story, who would do this now? And why is everyone in Wisconsin stealing things? The Madison, Wisconsin Police Department released surveillance images of 2 people suspected of stealing a statue of Humpty Dumpty sitting on a toilet from an art fair in that neighborhood. This happened over the weekend.
If you want to see what the statue looks like, it's on 93x.com.
It's a funny-looking statue, if you ask me. I mean,
Yep.
I like this one, too.
Humpty Dumpty is really pushing on there.
Yeah, if you've ever seen, like, a baby, really straining to fill that diaper, it has the same look.
Yeah, if you see his face, his facial expression, he had too much rice or something before he sat down.
Yeah, he needs more fiber and more water.
According to the police over there in Madison, the brown statue was valued at $1,400. It was stolen Saturday during this art fair. The vendor said there were a couple of derelicts hanging around. She's doing this and that at her stand. She went off to a vehicle to get something. She comes back, and it's gone. So they're asking for public assistance. So anybody living out there in the Madison area who's able to hear this broadcast, maybe you can help out, maybe you can't.
I wonder if that'd be kind of cool to put in your bathroom, a little bathroom decoration.
I suppose.
That'd be cool.
Motivation.
It could be motivating.
At least I'm not having as much trouble as that guy.
Now, the cops do have a suspect. They believe one is a student who lives near downtown and recently turned 21. So a college kid, that would make sense, right? Get this to hang at the dorm or whatever they do in college.
So what's the significance of the Humpty Dumpty being on a toilet?
Dump?
Dumpty?
I
was like, isn't he usually on a wall? Okay.
I don't blame you for asking that question. I figured there was no significance whatsoever. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together about Dumpty. I didn't.
I'm guessing that's
right.
The dump joke.
I'm sure you're right.
So unfortunately, Nick, at Rusty Dogs, you can't get a Big Ween hat or T-shirt, but they do have actual Rusty Dog T-shirts, and it's a cute little dog eating a hot dog.
Well, I could live with that. I like cute little dogs, and I like hot dogs.
Well, is it at least a wiener dog?
No, it's not.
Missed opportunity.
Oh, wait. On the back of one shirt, it says, "Our wieners will burn your mouth." It looks like it's got Carolina Reaper and ghost peppers.
Why wouldn't you say, like, fill your mouth? I don't know.
Yeah,
you should work for them. You're killing it.
I'll look it up, Wapple. Thanks for the help.
That statue. That's their bread and butter.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't put that on a baseball cap.
It's a great mascot.
Right. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, maybe they'll make T-shirts now that it got all this
now
publicity.
that went viral.
Oh, yeah, they could make, like one of those missing posters.
Oh, that would be cool.
They should make that.
It looks like Mick Foley, but it's the hot dog, the Big Ween guy.
I wonder if the people in Sheboygan just are sick of it. You know what I mean? We're all thrilled seeing pictures of the Big Ween because we've never been to that area and seen it in person. I wonder if people from Sheboygan, they visit their friends in Minneapolis and they where are you from? Sheboygan. Oh, the place with the Big Ween. Yeah, the place with the Big Ween. You know what I mean? I don't know. I wonder if they're tired of it.
I think that'd be cool. I mean, doesn't Lindstrom have a meat market with a giant hot dog on the top of it?
I don't know.
Is that Lindstrom? Maybe somebody can help me in the brother.
I used to work with a guy from Lindstrom, and he gave me the creeps, so I made a point of never going to Lindstrom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know what they have in Lindstrom.
I tell you what, we should offer the city of Sheboygan the cherry on the spoon for the Big Ween straight up.
Oh, yeah. I would make that trade.
I think we'd even owe them a little bit beyond that.
I think we'd be fleecing them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just guessing if the people in Sheboygan are tired of being the Big Ween town.
The half-assed morning show backtracks.
Now, the internet has come uncorked over something completely different, but somewhat similar. The internet came undone here a day or two ago over a photo of a female cop's ass. And I'm sure she appreciates this very much.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
I mean, it doesn't look real.
No, it does not. when I saw this, I'm like, that's Photoshop.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm believing it's real, but
Here's what the story tells me. The story says this is no Photoshop job. This is confirmed 100% ass meat.
It's got to be tough for her to find pants.
Yeah, how do you got to get those things custom made, you would think.
I'll go pants shopping with her. Is this picture up on 93x.com?
Yes, it is.
The most difficult website in town.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because folks need to get a look at it. So the internet fell apart because of one picture of a female cop's bottom. It's you don't need to know some of the details here. Some shady bastard got arrested somewhere. Where was this, by the way?
France, I believe.
France. So when the cops showed up to get this bad guy, photos were taken at the scene, and one of the photos is a shot from behind of a female cop with much back. I think they used to say in the early 90s, much back.
I mean, she would be the biggest butted Kardashian if she was a member of that family. And she kind of has that look.
She does a little bit. Mm-hmm.
By the way, Rosalie has just promised that if I ever make it to an old folks' home, she'll send some strippers my way.
Oh, that's great.
Nice of her.
Aw, that's sweet.
As long as Josh, is that okay if some strippers come by? Because Josh and I will be housed together.
Sure, why not?
You don't have any plan? We're not going to watch the X-Files or anything on that day?
I didn't know you'd be willing to.
I'd do anything with you in the old folks' home.
Well, we could warm up with some Scully, and then... Well, I didn't even mean that. But
no, I'm game. At that point, I'd probably be game.
I never even made that connection before.
Eureka!
I don't even want the X-Files Scully anymore.
You know
I
what,
want the
Cubby?
new one I just accidentally stumbled upon.
If I make it to my late 90s, I would.
Yeah, why not?
All right, here's the deal. Back to this cop with the giant bottom. So photos were taken at this, I'll call it a crime scene. It doesn't really matter. Photos were taken. There she is with the big butt. And that's all it took for social media to flip its collective lid. Memes popped up, including a bunch of folks referencing a song that I've never heard of called Mrs. Officer by Lil Wayne. Anybody? No?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, really? Ashley, you don't know.
Mm-mm.
Usually you're our go-to.
I'm really bad with song titles, though.
Others were calling her the Kardashian cop.
Yeah, I can see why.
Mm-hmm. Another social media dork wants to know where she works so they can go there and get arrested by the gal with that big behind. What do you think of this joke, Josh? Give me a scale of, you give me your answer, 1 to 10. What do you think of this joke here? Police brutality.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Yeah.
My radio answer is a 4.
Yeah.
But if we were off air, I'd say, dude, that's a solid 10.
Oh.
Brutality.
So there you go. Check her out on our website. Hopefully people leave her alone from here on out, but I wouldn't hold my breath on that.
Yeah, I hope she has a good sense of humor about it, because if not, oof.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
You know, maybe
it's a lot of attention.
Maybe she likes it, and maybe she'll get a new reality show and an
OnlyFans account?
An OnlyFans and a record deal and a talk show.
Can you imagine if it's something nobody had ever said to her before? Like she's like, "What do you mean? I have a big butt."
Since when?
Have you ever had that happen? Where somebody pointed something out you never noticed about yourself?
Boy, good question.
Yeah, when I was in like 9th grade and somebody finally was like, why can't you talk right?
You didn't realize you had trouble with your NGs?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, eventually someone, I was talking about singing or whatever, and they were like, you're doing what? I was like, I'm singing.
You were singing.
They're like,
you were singing.
Why are you saying it like that? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm saying it normally.
Wow, that's good, because I had a speech impediment as a kid, too. I had to go to speech class for years, and I was very aware of it and very self-conscious about it.
Come on, Ashley. You didn't notice that your delivery was a little different and you were in 9th grade?
No, not at all. It's
your
sounds
folks never
normal,
said
like,
anything?
in my head. No, and I went home and I asked them about it.
I don't know why I'm being yelled at. I don't know why.
Sorry.
I think she's just mad at the situation.
No, you are. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this did make me mad because I went home from school and I was like, yo, I can't talk. And my mom was like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just got used to it.
Okay, so, yeah, that was going to be my next question is, does your family talk that way? So maybe you didn't notice at home.
Yeah, nope. They just eventually got used to it, I guess, because I was doing it my whole life. So, yeah.
What was your speech impediment, Dana?
I couldn't say my R's or my L's.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Would you say squabble?
Squall. Girl was girl. And to make it even worse, one of my best friends' name was Ryan Reuter. So that was Wyan Wudo.
Okay, that's kind of adorable, though.
Mom, I'm spending the night at Wyan Wudo.
I don't see him in your yearbook. How are you spelling that?
And it took a while to get that straightened out, huh?
Yeah, a couple of years.
Oh, damn.
Going to speech, I'd go like once a week to speech class, and we'd just do different voice exercises and stuff like that.
That's nuts that somebody can just teach you to do it differently.
Yeah, shout out Mrs. Kolstad from Thomas Lake Elementary School. She fixed me up. She fixed me up well.
What was the just give us a minor breakdown. What do you do? I mean, you just practice saying different words? Or?
Yeah, we play games. Like there's one game where you'd roll dice and then you'd land on a space and say like it would be like a category like beverage. So you would say like something that had an R and an L in it, like as a beverage, and then you would just kind of work at it like that.
Huh. I'm just surprised it took so long. Do you find yourself ever falling back into that routine, and next thing you know, you say, something like, Mom, Dad, you two need a new refrigerator.
When I've had enough drinks, yes.
Oh, really? So if you drink, it kind of goes back?
Absolutely.
I'm getting you hammered.
Can you grab me a Red Bull out of the refrigerator?
Well, can I get a White Claw from the refrigerator?
If you were doing it now at your age, I bet people will think you're making fun of something.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Ashley, would you be willing to go to a class to figure out how to say some of your NGs, or you're fine the way it is?
I don't really mind anymore, but it'd be cool to be able to do it without like my tongue without it hurting, because when I actually put in quite a bit of effort to say my INGs, it like hurts my mouth because
it hurts.
Because my tongue is not supposed to do that.
Well, you might want to look into it. I bet it would be simpler than you think. Because if you want to continue a career in radio after Josh and I are dead, and it's a long shot, you might want to.
Definitely.
I also had a speech impediment, a speech issue when I was a tiny little kid. I had a lisp.
Oh, I like lisps.
And I remember my mother. So, Josh, your question was, have you ever had someone point something out about you and you had no idea?
Yeah, you were just clueless.
It was probably when I was 5, and my mother said, you don't say your S's correctly. And I looked at her as if it was the ultimate betrayal. I don't? I had no idea. I was a tiny little kid. So my mother said, you're going to go to speech classes to get this straightened out. And I was devastated. I dreaded it. I don't know why I was so worried about it. I guess I thought it was going to be a brutally long process.
I could see that.
And I would never be able to escape my lisping problem. It was, I think, right after school ended. I think I was a first grader or a kindergartner. You're going to go see Mrs. Yo-Yo in room number 2, and she will teach you how to say your proper S's. And so I walked in just thinking, this is going to be awful. And all she said was, do me a favor. When she gave me, put a sentence in front of me, and with a lot of S's in it, and she said, when you are going to use an S, put your tongue to the roof of your mouth instead of putting your tongue to your teeth. And I was out of there in 10 minutes, problem solved.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Just silly that I never, of course I was 5 or 6. What did I care? But it was as simple as that. I never had to go back, and my lisp was gone.
Wisconsin Railroad Jesus said his wife is a speech teacher. So maybe we could hook the two of you guys up.
Yeah, let's figure it out. Figure out what's wrong with me. I'm pretty sure, though, because we asked Dr. P before, and he said I'm tongue-tied. Like the thingy that connects your tongue to your mouth on the bottom there.
Yeah, sure. Somebody else said that could be a physical thing.
Yeah.
And they mentioned that.
Yeah, he said that mine is like shorter. And actually, I've had a conversation with a couple other people that have my problem. And you usually find that out when you are a baby, when your mother is trying to breastfeed because you won't latch on properly. But I was premature, so I was not breastfed, so they never really figured it out.
Backyard haircut Jesus said the speech therapist at his grade school was named Cindy, and she had a vanity plate that said Thindy. That doesn't seem right, does it? Like, that seems kind of wrong.
It does seem a little off. But kind of funny.
Somebody said they had their daughter had an issue like yours. Sorry to call it an issue.
No, you're good. It is. It's an issue.
I don't know how else to describe it. A similar speech pattern to you. How about that? And they had the tip of her tongue snipped.
Yeah.
Is that something you've heard of before?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, you can there's some surgeries you can get.
Dental Babe Jesus says she has a periodontist, if I'm pronouncing that right, that they can
I would
send you to.
pronounce that periodontist.
Cute.
It's all just part of growing up, isn't it, Josh?
Sure is. When I had new front teeth put in, I had to learn how to say my S's again. Sometimes I still have trouble with it. Because they
teeth.
were,
what
are they called, crowns?
Well, what'd you do with your old ones? I could use an upgrade.
I sold them on eBay.
Yeah, I was going to say, we could probably make some money off those if you still got them.
Somebody uses them for voodoo rituals. So I had to kind of practice that.
Yeah.
Because they're longer than my last ones were, so they had to shave them down a little bit.
Unbelievable. Man.
A lot of people have a similar speech pattern to you, Ashley, according to texters.
Yes. My favorite is every now and then a listener will text in and they're like, all right, it's up. The bit is up. It's getting old. And I'm like, it's not my fault. I can't speak. I'm sorry.
That is kind of weird. Some people have said that before. Why does she keep that bit up?
Why would I want to sound like that?
Like we're sitting there in the writer's room going, okay, now you have a speech impediment. That's kind of your bit.
This is gold.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show, Backtracks Edition.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Are you ready to beat the heat this summer? Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is here to help you say goodbye to sweltering heat and hello to ultimate comfort. Ashley, what specials do they have going on this month?
Celebrate Christmas in July with Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Get huge savings with $1,776 off a new multi-head ductless system. Visit standardheating.com to discover all the goodies in Santa's bag.
You met Lala Kent on Vanderpump Rules. Now Lala and her friends share everything on Give Them Lala.
Osha now knows the name of the baby.
No Amazon lines for that
impromptu.
one.
No. She's going to leak it.
Oh, if she tries to, I'm not letting her because she will leak the name.
And she says it.
She goes, this would look so great for baby S.
Little baby Stephanie? Stephanie?
No.
People are still guessing. The most recent was Stone.
Oh, that's the name of my son. Stone.
Stone.
Watch what Lala is talking about on YouTube or search for Give Them Lala wherever you listen.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, wonderful. Looking forward to it, the stupid news. Any of yous ever have any dramatic moments when you're trying to park at the grocery store or the ball game and you end up getting yelled at by some fully grown dickhead who can't help but be an angry little child?
No, I've been snaked afore, but I've never been yelled at for any snaking myself.
Yeah, thankfully I've never been yelled at, no.
Been snaked. So you were just about ready to pull into that parking spot, and here comes Dinkus.
Yeah, had my signal on. Somebody wrapped around the corner super fast and decided to take it. I figured, well, they must need it more than I do.
Ah, yeah, the signal on and everything, though.
Yeah, when that happens to me, I kind of just sit in my car for a little bit, and I'm like, don't freak out. Don't kill them.
Yeah.
Okay, next parking spot now.
Well, because if you say something these days, you're likely to find yourself in some trouble.
Exactly.
Boy, did I have a guy just come unglued a few years ago at the liquor store. I just pulled into the lot. I never saw the guy. But apparently he must have been waiting for this spot, and I just zipped right on in and backed in, and he was screaming at me from his vehicle. And originally, I thought, when I first laid eyes on the guy, I thought it was one of my old high school buddies messing around.
Oh, gosh.
So he's like, "You mother effer, son of a bitch." And I said, "Yeah, eat me or something." You know what I'm talking about? I just kind of, because I thought it was a friend of mine. And then I realized, this isn't my high school buddy. This guy's seriously pissed. He just would not let it go. I said, "What do you want? I didn't see you. What do you want me to do? Yeah, I'm going to the liquor store. You want a 12-pack? You know what?"
You could be parked by now, but instead you're yelling at me.
My uncle, he's a quadriplegic, and he gets fed up with people parking in handicap spots.
I could see that.
That's not the move.
He's an even keel guy for the most part, but a few years ago, he gets out of his van and somebody parks in there, and he just had enough. He started yelling at this guy, and the guy sat there and took it, but the guy wouldn't move. Eventually, he gets out of his car, and he had prosthetic legs.
Oh.
The one time my uncle decides to go off on somebody, the person, and then you see him, he waited. It was almost like a bit. He waited till my uncle was done yelling, puts up the little placard on the rear view mirror, gets out, and he's got prosthetic legs.
Oh, it's tough.
That is a tough one.
The dude that was getting yelled at by your uncle, boy, did he play that well.
He did. It was perfect. My uncle, he's got a great sense of humor. He said that guy couldn't have played it better.
Yeah, he slow played and got it good.
Didn't get angry, didn't show any emotion, just did his thing, got out, didn't say a word.
Yeah, the parking lot can be a dramatic place, or parking on the street, same thing. A lot of people will just treat it like it's life or death. Word is over there, and how do you call it, Singapore? There was a parking space standoff that lasted 20 minutes. The damn cops had to be called because neither side wanted to back down. How pathetic.
This is a bit right out of a Seinfeld episode.
What are you doing? I think I'm parking my car. You can't do that. You can't just sneak in from the back like that. I'm not sneaking. I didn't even know you were parking. You were just sitting there 3 spaces up. Well, if you didn't think I was parking, why did you put it in head first? Well, that's the way I park. But I'm backing in. You can't put it in head first. I can if I have room.
Now you got Medical Device Jesus texting and blowing up on me. I wasn't criticizing Dee Snider. I was telling a comical story about Dee Snider. But I understand if you want to defend Dee, if that's what Medical Device Jesus, the Michigan State guy. He wrote me a text that says, "Dude, Dee Snider cured a young man's inability to move his feet in a documentary called Cobra Kai." I'm well aware of that.
I saw that documentary.
I saw that. Right. I'm well aware of that. Last week in Singapore, 20 minutes, parking space standoff. There was a witness to this nonsense. Dude that saw the whole thing, his name is Han. Han said the driver of the Honda, you're like, what Honda? You haven't told me anything. The driver of a Honda was preparing to reverse into a parallel parking spot when a Jaguar suddenly nosed into the spot from behind skis.
For a split second, I thought you were talking about the cat.
I guess I don't know if they have cats roaming the streets of Singapore or not. Maybe.
You're right, exactly.
Ashley, just for one night, put down the hard liquor. Both drivers then got out of their cars and began arguing. Videos were posted on TikTok. The female driver of the Honda was blocking traffic on the street, too, during this 20-minute standoff. So a pile of unlucky suckers just trying to go about their business had to sit and watch these idiots and their pissing match. And you're probably wondering, what happened to Han? I've got more from Han. Han says the woman driver found the spot first. The dode is the one who is acting like a douche. Han? Whatever happened to bros before hoes? Come on, Han. Cops were called. They eventually sorted out the situation. What a nightmare. You're on the street. You got a date or whatever. You're trying to take the kid somewhere. You're blocked by this argument. Wouldn't that would make me crazy.
Yeah, obviously a dick move by this guy driving the big cat. But wouldn't you guys, how stubborn are you guys? you wouldn't want to block a lane for this argument, would you?
I'm
No,
not.
absolutely not.
Yeah, I think I'd just take off and
I've got better
take the
things
loss.
to do.
I would never, ever in a million years be in that situation. I would easily just say, go ahead, tough guy. It's all yours. I'll go find a different spot. I have no interest in those kinds of confrontations.
Plus, you can just come back and slash the tires.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, remember the story about a gal friend of mine, Josh? She's going to the grocery, and she has one of these pissing matches. She pulled into a spot, and a lady who was apparently trying to park in the same spot starts screaming at her like the dude treated me at the liquor store. Screaming, "You bitch, you stole my effing spot." You know how people are. It's just amazing that you can get yourself that wrapped up over a parking spot. So this girlfriend of mine is being screamed at by another female, and the girlfriend of mine goes, "Jenny, is that you?" And the girl who was screaming at her says, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And they realized they knew each other from high school. So the confrontation calms down. My gal friend is like, "I'm sorry, I didn't see you." And the gal who was doing the screaming is saying, "Yeah, I was waiting for a while, but it's not a big..." So how you been? They have a conversation, a catch-up conversation. Uh-huh. My girlfriend goes into the grocery store, and after 5 minutes, someone taps her on the shoulder and says, "What was going on out there in the parking lot?" And my girlfriend says, "Well, I had an argument with a woman, but why do you ask?" "They just got done keying your car." So how crazy do you have to be to do something like that when you know that the person whose property you're vandalizing knows your name?
Right.
That's pretty crazy.
And it seemed as if the confrontation had calmed itself.
I've seen that before. It's like a fire, right? You think, oh, that fire's out. Oh, look, there's a little more. Yeah, I've seen that in people where they go, usually alcohol involved, where they're hot and then everything's cool, and all of a sudden they get hot again about the exact same thing that was just resolved.
It's like they just can't let it go.
Yes, I don't know what it is. Something pops in their mind, and they decide, I'm going to get right back to where I was.
Scary.
I don't know how it all ended, whether or not, my gal friend called the police and said, "Yeah, my car got keyed." And the cops are like, "Well, unless you saw the perpetrator." And my girlfriend's like, "Well, not only did I see her, I know her first and last name. I know where she lives." I don't know how it ended, but you got to be totally insane. She knows my name, but I'll just key the piss out of her. She'll never know.
Yeah, I don't think I'd key somebody's car.
Yeah, that's rough.
I'm not going to destroy property. This person says, while picking up trash, I have to block a Starbucks drive-thru for maybe 1.5 to 2 minutes 3 times a week. I've met many of the world's most horrible people here.
I bet.
Yeah, don't mess with people and their coffee.
Don't talk to me till I've
Lunatics.
had my coffee.
I don't understand that. If somebody's doing their job, you can wait a minute or so for your
God.
coffee. Or, I don't know, leave earlier for work if you're that big of a hurry.
Or go inside.
No,
We've,
Ashley, please. Let's be reasonable.
Be reasonable.
Why would I go inside?
We've lost our
Sorry,
minds.
sorry.
We're so selfish now. We are so selfish. If the seas do not part for a lot of us because we are who we are, we're special.
I stress a guy out that's just trying to get it done. I'd imagine he can go faster if people aren't being a dick to him, too.
All bets are off. We're just so in love with ourselves. We just feel like everybody should step aside.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
They got their heads up their ass.
On 93X.
We started this with playing "You Bark at the Moon" by Ozzy as your intro music, and
Yes.
I understand you're an Ozzy fan, a Kiss fan, and Josh and I obsess about that stuff on the air. So, if you don't mind, what would be your favorite Kiss song and Ozzy song? We can maybe trade back and forth here.
My favorite Kiss song, it might be Black Diamond. It's probably Black Diamond. Obviously, everyone loves Detroit Rock City is amazing. Mm-hmm. I love King of the Nighttime World, but I think Black Diamond is my favorite. Or Deuce. It might be Deuce. See, this is what the problem. You asking me my favorite Ozzy song now, and I'm going to say, it could be, are you talking about Ozzy solo, or are you talking about with Sabbath? And
Ozzy solo.
Ozzy solo is probably "You Can't Kill Rock and Roll" off of Bark at the Moon. It's a longer song, but that's probably my favorite Ozzy song. But then again, I love "I Don't Know." I can't give an answer. I'm just going to keep babbling.
I'd probably be the same
It's
way.
tough to know.
Yeah.
I think "No Rest for the Wicked" is one of my favorite albums. I mean, that's the. I just kind of started getting into that style of music at that time, and I mean, now I have such love for that. I could listen to that any day, 5 times a day. I love it.
Is "Road to Nowhere" on that record? I don't remember if "Road to Nowhere" is on "No Rest for the Wicked" or "No More Tears."
That's on No More Tears.
Yeah.
Road to Nowhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it starts to all blend into one as you get old, and you realize. Isn't it weird when you realize you've been listening to the same music? I've been listening to the same music since 1982, like for 40 years.
It's
and
ridiculous.
I don't bend.
Jim, I'm the exact same way. I listen to the same stuff I did when I was a kid, and I don't get tired of it. Now, you and Ozzy are friends.
Yes, I did. It's so weird how I got to know him after all of these years. It started with interviewing him a lot, and Sharon loved how I would interview him. And she gave me long-form interviews with him. You know, like there's times I interviewed him for an hour, or I would interview him. I got to interview him, Tony, and Geezer in Ozzy's house. Like, I've been really, really lucky as a fan. And then he and I, one time I was like, hey, I had a question. I was going to be in L.A. Is Ozzy around? And Sharon goes, I would just text him. And I'm like, well, I don't have his number. And she goes, well, here it is. And she gave me his number. And so I texted Ozzy. And, you know, I probably should not have sent a picture of myself from the waist down, but I just had to get Ozzy's attention.
That'll get his attention.
You know, maybe this is a stupid question, but how long did it take you to adapt to Ozzy's delivery when the two of you started, you know, talking face to face? The man is difficult to understand.
He talks very quickly and with a very heavy accent, and he's dyslexic. So there's like, you know, I think a lot of times that's why he kind of stumbles slightly and goes backwards. But not hard to understand when I've seen him interviewed so many times, and I've interviewed him so many times that I hear what he's saying. Like I always understand what he's saying, and he's a smart dude. Like, people think Ozzy's like out of it, but he's not. He talks about, like, he wants to talk politics. He wants to talk about, like, you know, what's going on in the world, and he's always very up on what's happening. And I think part of the thing people saw in the Osbournes of him just kind of bumbling around, it's a part of him, but the stuff that they don't show is when he sits down and he wants to just talk about politics and, you know, who do you think should win the election? What do you think of this guy's policies? And he's actually a very smart guy.
Yeah, you know, I had a chance to meet him a couple times. One time he was a little out of it, but the other time he was very, very coherent and very funny and things like that. So that must be a riot. And before we let you go, we've been talking about porn a little bit. Maybe you'd like to support a friend of ours who makes regular appearances here on the program, but maybe you already are aware of her. Jordan Max is the name. With how many X's in the last name?
2 X's.
Jordan Max, Jim Norton.
Jordan Max. Let me take a look at Jordan Max. I don't think I know her, but I haven't gone down. I haven't watched as much porn in the last couple of years. Is it MAX, 1X?
2 X's at the end of the name. She's a local gal from here in Minnesota, and we've become friendly, and she makes regular appearances on the show. You might want to check her out.
Oh, my God, she's delightful. Jordan Max is wonderful. Yeah, I get it. She's fantastic. So hopefully she'll come to the show, and you know, hopefully that my girlfriend will stay here. I mean, she's really fantastic. Wow, she's hot.
Yeah, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but if you get a chance to come back on maybe before your show next week, I'd love for you to meet her because she is such a cool, interesting person, and she has a lot of the same interests that you probably do. So she's fun to talk to as well. She's great. She's a great guest.
Well, you can bet. I'm coming in early, so if I can meet Jordan Max in studio, you can bet that would be a delightful experience. Of course I would. She's fantastic. And tell her if there's anything required, like if she needs me to have a monkeypox vaccination, I'll get one. Whatever she requires, I'll do.
So good.
Jim, this has been a riot, man.
Really has.
And we thank you for your time, and we will see you next week, maybe in person even. You got 4 shows, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday at Acme Comedy Club. So that's September 23rd and 24th. At Acme Comedy Club, and tickets are on sale now. 4 shows in 2 days, man. That's a hell of a poke.
I'm taping a CD there because it's such a legendary club. It's one of the only legendary clubs I have not done yet. And Louis Lee over there, I met 20 years ago. So I'm really, really happy to be doing Acme. And I know every comic says that, but I actually mean it. I'm really happy to be coming in and doing this gig. So, yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in person when I'm there. I can't wait.
We're happy to have you, Jim. Have a good day. Thanks for talking.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show podcast is sponsored by Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. New episodes drop each weekday. If your podcast platform has ratings, go ahead and give us 5 stars and maybe give our enemies 1. Thanks, and here's a word from our sponsor.
Celebrate Christmas in July with Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Get huge savings with $1,776 off a new multi-head ductless system. Visit standardheating.com to discover all the goodies in Santa's bag.